The echo in the attic. Liam was always drawn to old things, to the stories they held in their dust and decay. So when he inherited his eccentric great-aunt's house, a rambling Victorian relic on the outskirts of a perpetually foggy coastal town, daunted by its creaking floorboards or the oppressive silence that filled its rooms. He was, however, intrigued by the attic. His great-aunt had always kept the attic door locked, a heavy, iron-bound oak panel at the end of the second-floor hallway. Nothing but old junk she'd always sniffed, and best left undisturbed. But Liam knew better. Such stringent secrecy always hid something more than forgotten treasure. He found the key hidden beneath a loose tile on the fireplace hearth, an ornate, rusted skeleton key. The moment he twisted it in the lock, a faint, almost imperceptible echo seemed to ripple through the house. Not a sound, exactly, but a feeling of something ancient stirring. The attic was vast and cavernous, filled with shadows that danced in the single beam of light from a high, grimy window. Dust motes swirled like tiny galaxies. Liam explored, uncovering trunks overflowing with yellowed lace, antique furniture shrouded in white sheets, and stacks of forgotten books. Then he heard it. A faint, childish giggle. It seemed to come from the very air, light and ethereal, yet undeniably present. He froze, straining his ears. Silence. He told himself it was the wind, perhaps a trick of the old timbers settling, but the giggling returned, softer, then a faint hello. Liam's heart hammered against his ribs. He was alone in the house. He called out, "Hello? Is anyone up here?" His voice sounded thin and swallowed by the vastness of the attic. The giggling grew clearer, closer. It was definitely a child's voice, a little girl. Hide and seek, it trilled, just behind a stack of hat boxes. Liam slowly moved towards the sound, his hand reaching for the heavy brass lamp he carried. When he peered behind the hat boxes, there was nothing. No child, no footprint in the thick dust. Just more shadows. Over the next few days, the echo in the attic became more frequent, more insistent. The little girl would call out, "Found you," when he stepped into a room, or whisper, "Come play," from just around a corner. Her voice was never sinister, never threatening, but her unseen presence was profoundly unsettling. He tried talking to the voice. "Who are you?" he'd ask. "What do you want?" The only answer was more giggles, more playful taunts that seemed to mock his inability to see her. She never appeared in his photos, never cast a shadow. She was purely auditory. One evening, he was in the attic again, trying to make sense of a collection of antique dolls. The little girl's voice whispered directly into his ear, her breath a chilling wisp of air against his skin. "You forgot something." Liam spun around. There, on a dusty, child-sized rocking horse, sat a small, perfectly preserved porcelain doll. It hadn't been there before. It decayed up. It was cold to the touch. As he held the doll, a flood of fragmented images burst into his mind. A young girl, about 7 years old, playing with this very doll. Her name was Elisa. She loved to play hide and seek, and then sudden, terrifying darkness. A cough, a fever, the hushed voices of adults, and the chilling realization that she was too sick to get out of bed. She died in this house, in this very attic, clutching this doll. The doll's porcelain face seemed to twist into a mournful expression. The house was not just echoing her presence, it was echoing her last moments, her last unplayed game. A new voice, deeper, older, filled the attic. His great-aunt's voice, clear as day. "I told you to leave it undisturbed." She never wanted to be forgotten. She just wanted to play one last game. Liam dropped the doll. He felt a profound sadness, mingled with terror. Eliza wasn't a malevolent spirit. She was a lonely child, forever trapped in her last game, desperate for someone to find her. And his great-aunt, who had hidden the key, had known all along. She had kept the secret, protecting Eliza's last echo. He left the doll on the rocking horse. He closed the attic door, but this time he didn't lock it. He realized he didn't need to. Elisa wasn't trying to escape. She just wanted to be remembered. And as he walked away, he thought he heard a faint, content sigh, followed by the softest of giggles. Found you ...